Hey guys, caught a vid, man, I guess it was a couple weeks ago now, by Dangerous Dan 762 about the sewing circle. And it made me think about a lot of things, um, specifically the good old days. And what's better when we're talking about the good old days than me in my kitchen wearing a robe and drinking coffee and waxing philosophic about things. So what happened to the sewing circle? Dan, in his video, I will attempt to link it in the description. Dan, in his video, brought up a few good points in that several key players of the sewing circle lost interest, moved on. And I believe, and Dan briefly touched on it, but I believe the main one would have been Roller Podger. That we had a socialist in our group who was not only patient but also open-minded and extremely intelligent. I was texting back and forth to Mike just the other day, and he was saying, he's a good guy, but it's difficult to talk to somebody who is just so smart. And that was Roller Podger. He was just extremely intelligent. What made it fun from my standpoint is I'm not necessarily intelligent, but I'm a decent communicator. So what could happen is Podger could take all these little points, and he'd have all these little data points, and I would just focus like a laser beam. He would make a 20-minute video. I'd make a 3-minute video, and just, and it was really cool. And he was patient with it, and I learned a ton, and I missed the hell out of it. I believe, the first person to essentially lead the sewing circle was, that I can remember, would be D.A. Crocker. Now, D.A. Crocker, this is at a time, some of you may not know this, but we're talking, 2006, 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. And D.A. Crocker didn't have a job. So he had all this time on his hands, and that was when he was making these videos. And I don't know if he still watches or not. But the moment that Crocker got a job, he was gone. He dedicated all of his focus and all of his energies to his work, to his money, and that's good. That's the right way to do it. But to leave a group of friends and not even believe that they're a group of friends is like, it's sort of like leaving somebody's party and then not even saying bye when you go. It's just rude. And that's another thing that we were talking about, that some people either don't realize, don't appreciate, or can't respect when they leave a group, or when they leave a discussion group, and they don't even say bye or anything, believing almost as if the internet is somehow something different than what real life is. And I don't subscribe to that same theory. So that was that. And it was sort of the writing on the wall, and I thought it odd that Crocker did that. Just up and left. And then slowly but surely certain other things trickle out. And then the people that are left, either a few of us become more like-minded, like who wants to sit around and listen to 4 or 5 libertarians just talk about the good side of anarchy or whatever. or in my case, slowly watch my conversion into a stronger libertarian stance, like the miseducation of Lame Dog 76. I don't know. It's not all that entertaining. And even if it is interesting, so let's say there's a few of us left, a topic comes up, somebody brings up a point, and we all see things the same way. There's very little there's very little back and forth. You know, you can introduce a topic, you can explore the topic, and then that's all there is to it. There's no alternative view like what you had with Rollerpodger. There just isn't one, and I don't know what to tell you. And I don't know, I don't know where to find people unique enough in a group, special enough to allow that discussion to occur. So that is the story of the Sewing Circle. I don't know. It's good stuff. And unfortunately, there's nobody there in the moment to tap you on your shoulder and say, "Hey man, you're having a great time right now. These people are special. Enjoy it. It ain't gonna last forever." But I didn't need that. I was having a great time. And I still have a good time on here. I have a good time watching it. Now, another thing in Dangerous Dan's video is he was wishing that the circle was around, or specifically Mike was around, to find out what he thought of the alt-right and the current politics. This is something that Mike kind of convinced me of, in that you want to know what we think what I think I can't tell you what he thinks of it, but I can tell you what I think of Trump. I could give a shit. I really could. I could give a shit. And was I relieved the day after the election when I saw that it was him and not Hillary? Yeah, but I didn't vote for the guy, and I didn't really care for what he said, and I thought it was ridiculous, and it seemed like the people who follow him have this license to turn off their brains, and it seems like everybody who follows Hillary Clinton and the Democrats are now some sort of political expert on on like presidential protocol. For example, apparently Donald Trump accepted a call from the president of Taiwan. Okay, now where this is a big deal is that there's a one China policy apparently, and a president's not supposed to accept any calls from the leader of Taiwan because there's only one China, not two Chinas, not a separate Taiwan. And the results, according to the Democrats, is that now China's upping their nuclear program because of a lapse in presidential protocol. I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how expert the Democrats are, the Democrat people, Democrat followers are in political protocol. I thought it was all ridiculous. There was some stuff that was funny during the election. Some of the Republican debates that had Trump, and he's picking on Jeb Bush and everything. That was pretty cool. That was really cool. The other stuff, I would say later on, when it was Trump, excuse me, when it was Trump versus Hillary Clinton, some of the stuff was just rude. The town hall thing, and maybe it's my pet peeve as a boss. You're asked a question in a discussion forum, and you don't answer the question. It was as if, I don't remember what the question was that Trump was asked, but he was asked a question, and he didn't even answer the question. He just said whatever it was that he was pushing agenda-wise. I thought that was kind of dumb. But, I mean, I really, again, I could really care less. But I voted the way I voted. I'm surprised that I did vote, but we had a bunch of local elections coming up, so I had to do my part there, I guess. Specifically the sheriff stuff. But all right, so there you go. Story of the Sewing Circle and a political update. Catch y'all later.